What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's safe and you're doing amazing as well. Um, Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna move my mic a little closer. Um, as you guys can tell, I'm gonna be reacting to the Fat Files. That's his channel name, and I've watched his videos uh off recording, and he's funny. He's really funny, and he does a lot of informative videos on people who you were never taught about or never learned in school. Um, and I picked. He just uploaded this, I'm sure. Yeah, like 58 minutes ago. And I had to make a video on it because it's Chuck E. Cheese, and everyone has been to Chuck E. Cheese at least once or twice in their life, or at least had a birthday there. Um, the pizza is absolutely crap. We can all agree on that. Or unless there's some freaks out there who like their pizzas, which is weird. But yeah, we're gonna get into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and comment what your thoughts on the situation if you watch the full video, or just comment down if you like Chuck E. Cheese or not. If you'll take your future kids to Chuck E. Cheese for whoever wants to have kids. I won't. I honestly want to take them to Chuck E. Cheese. Probably won't even be in business in the future. Who knows? Um, but yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? I'm sorry for cutting into the video, everyone. This is just a short little sponsor segment because I am not partnered, but I'm hoping to reach a partner soon with Advanced Energy Drink. All right. They have a type of energy for all your needs. Like if you want to get one that will help you sleep, like melatonin, they have that, and also they have many different flavors that you like, and they also have, this is my first time ever doing a sponsor segment, by the way, can you tell? They have all your needs, like if you have one for energy, for focus, for just hydration in general. So just get yourself some advanced energy. That's what their full name is called. And if you ever need to like sleep or something, get some of that. And I hope you guys enjoy it. No more from me. Just make sure to use code NIGHT in the checkout. Now, see y'all in the next video. Continue on with the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
This is easily going to be the most unhinged video on this channel, and that's saying a lot. Today we're talking about Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, here's the deal. Normally when I talk about a business on this channel, it's because this business is thriving and they have an incredible business model and they're a genius and they're doing something incredible or they're doing something shady. This is not that. Chuck E. Cheese is quite literally the living embodiment of an entrepreneur's fever dream where he went off into the business world, made so much money that he could then just cash out, retire. He had enough money forever, but he
Sorry for pausing real quick. I'm just
had so much left over on top of that he could just start doing dumb shit with it. And that's how Chuck E. Cheese came to be. And we're going to talk about it right after a word from our sponsor.
DeleteMe.
What are you doing with my suppressed shotgun?
I put a knife on it.
For what?
That is a terrified shotgun.
Sourdough?
You put a
knife is
bayonet
just
on a
extra
suppressor for
damage.
sourdough bread. Why?
It's America.
True.
The logic's impeccable. All right, here's the deal. Super simple, straightforward business model. You give them money, they turn around and make sure the data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell. Okay, there's a saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. What that means is pretty much anything on the internet that you use, that's a service, whether that be Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all of it. Okay, it's all an app. So one of two things is happening. They're either going to feed you ads, and that's how that company makes money since their service is free, or they're going to collect your personal information, then turn around and sell it to data brokers on the internet, and then they're going to turn around and sell it to whoever buys it, and next thing you know, you're getting 17,000 robocalls every single day. And that's where DeleteMe comes in. They will look through all the major data brokers and find the ones that are selling your personal information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf, and then they are legally obligated to comply. And then they'll continue to monitor these data brokers, and if they get your information again, DeleteMe will submit an opt-out request again. Basically, you're paying DeleteMe to get rid of all the downsides of all of the free stuff on the internet, which which I think is absolutely worth it. If you want to check them out, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins in 1977 when Chuck E. Cheese is founded by Alan Bushnell. Who's Alan Bushnell? The guy that founded Atari, basically the godfather of video games, okay? If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you, he's got a lot of money. And if you listen to him tell the story, he's got, you know, the typical entrepreneur story where he noticed a gap in the market, he had a brilliant idea, he executed on it and made a business. The summary of that story is basically he, you know, founded Atari, was running this big company, they were making arcade games, they were selling them to arcades.
Bro, Pong is the shit. Whoever doesn't play Pong, you have to try Pong at least once. Pong has been like remade by different game developers for centuries.
And the arcades were making a ton of money with all the quarters that were coming in. So he's like, okay, well, obviously we should start having our own arcades. And then he had the idea of pairing it with food. And he went with pizza because it takes a while to prepare. It's kind of hard to fuck it up. You know what I mean? It's bread, sauce, cheese, and meat that's already pre-cooked. You throw it on top, throw it in the oven. So he's going to have an arcade where people come in, they order a pizza. They're sitting there for 20, 30 minutes waiting for the pizza to get done. And they play at the arcade in the meantime. I know what you're thinking. Fat electrician. That sounds like a pretty good business model to me. Why is it an entrepreneur's fever dream? And it's because everything after the inception of the idea is not even fathomable to anybody other than a man that's already worth tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars and does not give a single fuck about anything. So they start opening up this first Chuck E. Cheese and it's still owned by Atari at this point. And Alan Bushnell, I'm assuming, is like, you know what? Fuck it. I want dancing robots. And they're like, okay, we'll get dancing robots. Make it a coyote. So they order a dancing robot coyote. They're going to call it Coyote's Pizza. It's going to be great. But apparently there was a mess up at the robot coyote manufacturing plant and they sent a giant rat instead. Again, Alan Bushnell with zero fucks to give is like, it's fine. We'll call it Rick Rat's Pizza instead. The rat will be the mascot. But then, you know, somebody in the boardroom at Atari is like, sir, I don't know if having the word rat and pizza in the same sentence, like when people think of food, they don't want to think about rat.
He was early because I don't know which came first. Either I'm pretty sure this came first and then TMNT. But it was, he thought ahead without needing to, because years later, maybe, or like I said, I don't know the time frame, but TMNT came along and a pizza-loving rat was a mascot of that. So, and that made people want to go to Chuck E. Cheese because that's technically like they're as close as get to Splinter, you know? Maybe. I don't know. But like, pizza at rat, not good combination. You should just wait till TMNT, bro.
Rats, maybe that's a bad idea. And he's like, okay, fine. We'll call it Chuck E. Cheese. What's the E stand for? Entertainment. That's the rat's name. Charles Entertainment Cheese. Okay, I mean, it's still a rat, but that's better. I guess we'll run with it. Oh, and one more thing. Give him a cigar and a Jersey accent, and I want him to roast people 24/7. Okay. I mean, who's he gonna roast? The other robots. We're doing more than just one dancing robot? Yeah, we're gonna have Pasquale that's gonna be the pizza chef. We're gonna have a hound dog that's got Confederate flags on the side of it, and then the lead singer is going to be a female hippo with giant tits that bounce up and down when she hits her high notes.
What the fuck?
Sir, aren't you worried that sexualizing a hippo could send the wrong message? You know what? The ladies need something too. I want you to mash Cookie Monster and Grimace together in one character. He's from the planet Purple and his name is Mr. Munch. That'll send a message. Okay, so this is an adult establishment that you're trying to make here. What? No, we're marketing to kids. Okay, I'll slow this down so you nitwits can keep up, okay? Parents bring their kids to a pizza place because they don't want to cook dinner. They've had a long day at work, all right? Now, they're gonna come in, the kids are gonna see the arcade games, they're gonna go fucking nuts, and we're gonna take their money. In exchange, we're gonna give them our own golden tokens, and then the kids are gonna go play the arcade games. The arcade games are gonna spit out tickets, and then they can exchange those tickets for prizes like candies and toys and shit. Sir, you're the boss, I'll do whatever, but just so we're clear, you want to start a child casino run by an animatronic rat that's from New Jersey that's smoking a cigar, talking shit to the other robots that are a hippopotamus with giant tits that bounce up and down, a Confederate hound dog, a pizza chef, and an alien from the planet Purple that you've named Mr. Munch. I mean, okay, you're the boss. Let's do it. Perfect. Step one, apply for the liquor license. We're going to sell booze at the Child Rat Casino. fucking right we are. And that's pretty much the story of how Chuck E. Cheese came to be, and you're never gonna believe this, it was outrageously successful right out of the gate. Why wouldn't it be? It's perfect. It's perfect in every way. It's fucking beautiful, okay? Looking back at Chuck E. Cheese, I only have childhood memories, but like as a kid, it was a lot of fun. As an adult, I'm pissed off that Chuck E. Cheese has changed and they got rid of all the animatronic robots and rebranded it and made it family friendly, even though it was family friendly the entire time. Chuck E. Cheese used to be awesome. Because looking back, my dad had it made. There was a restaurant in town where my dad could take me as a child with my two sisters and, you know, give mom some time off at the house to relax. And he's being a good dad by taking the kids off her hands. And we go to Chuck E. Cheese. He hands me a $20 bill so I can go buy poker chips at a rat casino and fuck off for 2 hours while he sits there eating pizza, drinking a pitcher of beer with his buddies, and watching animatronic hippo tits bounce up and down. And he's a good dad for it?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Curse, that $20 back in the day would get you to play all of the arcade machines, all of them. Not 2, not 3, and then hopefully have some left over. Nope, all of them. Nowadays, the $20 only gets you fucking 2. At best, maybe 3 if you're lucky.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in 2025, it's a struggle to find a McDonald's that's got a fucking McPlay place, and even if I go there, I can't get shit-faced with my buddies. This is bullshit and I'm jealous. Sorry, I need to make this slightly educational. So that started in 1977. It was outrageously successful right out of the gate, and pretty much immediately they had this business guy come to him, and he wanted to have 200 franchises all across America, because obviously it's the best business model ever. I mean, the pizza doesn't even have to be good. It's drunk dads and a bunch of kids that are overstimulated from playing in an arcade, the two demographics of people that'll eat literally fucking anything. The same year that business guy signed up to have 200 franchises, he basically tried to back out of it and was like, you know what, counteroffer, I'm just gonna steal your entire business model of dancing robots and a pizza place that sells beer with an arcade, and I'm gonna open my own thing. I'm gonna call it Showbiz. So that's what he did. A huge legal battle ensued. Chuck E. Cheese ended up suing the guy, and he had to give like royalties back to Chuck E. Cheese. So now they've got a direct competitor, but things are still going okay. But then in 1983, the arcade market crashes because at-home games come out and people don't need to go to an arcade anymore to play video games, and arcade sales drop 97% in a single year. A year later, Chuck E. Cheese has to file for bankruptcy, and for some reason or another, Showtime actually ended up performing better than Chuck E. Cheese did and ends up buying out Chuck E. Cheese, so now Showbiz owns Chuck E. Cheese. Around the same time, the Showbiz animatronic guy, the dude that made all the music and all the bullshit for their robots, wasn't gonna re-up his lease, and he owned the music, so they were stuck in the situation where they had just bought out Chuck E. Cheese, but now they don't have the rights to use any of the music for any of their animatronics. So Showtime is just like, fuck it, we're just gonna rebrand everything to Chuck E. Cheese, and the rat stays.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going no fucking where.
And that pretty much brings us to the Chuck E. Cheese that most of us remember. And historically speaking, things went okay. There were some downsides because, you know, what could possibly go wrong if you're serving parents alcohol while their kids are gambling in a rat casino? Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'll explain it to you this way. The most likely place you are to get in a fist fight is at a bar with people consuming alcohol. The only way to make that, I don't know, 1,000 times worse is to encourage people to bring their kids to the bar so that when the kids get in a fight, the parents who are hardwired to defend and side with their children, no matter what, rush to resolve the issue between the children while they're drunk. The other parents come in, also drunk. They both side with their own kids, and then mom and dad get in a fight with the other mom and dad. Okay, if you think Waffle House is bad, Chuck E. Cheese has them beat, I guarantee it. You can literally look up on YouTube, Chuck E. Cheese fight. There is a playlist with 96 videos in it, okay? And that's just the ones we caught on camera. Literally parents holding cameras, watching other parents fight with kids running around while the parents are yelling World Star.
Nice. Very nice.
A single Chuck E. Cheese in Milwaukee in 2015 had to call the police 147 times every other day. Obviously, this leads to a ton of Chuck E. Cheeses all over the country losing their liquor licenses, and that impacts profit margins, so that's not good. Oh, and then I think Chuck E. Cheese might have accidentally...
I think they should have done like with Waffle House. They'd be like, hey, yeah, come here, bring your kids. We have a child boxing arena right here. We have the one for adults. And give them gloves. And then they just beat each other up, and then until they're tired, they're fucking wasted. Or no, the parents are wasted, not the kids, obviously. And then the kids are getting worn out because, you know, kids get winded really quickly. Or some kids. Some of the kids have more stamina. I was always the one that had low stamina. Like, I just throw a couple when I was a kid, I would just throw a couple punches, like in general, like whether it be like in like just shadow boxing, and I would just get winded after that. I'd be like, I'm done. And hold on, then that'll be like fuck. That'll be promoting Fight Club, and we don't talk about Fight Club. Number one rule.
Accidentally created furries.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh, and then I think Chuck E. Cheese might have accidentally created furries.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because, you know, who could have predicted that showing young adolescent children a giant animatronic hippo bouncing her tits up and down could have led to some weird sexual fetishes?
Look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me.
The kids grow up
True.
seeing that.
Those two were bi fetishes right there, and those are exceptions. A lot of people agree.
They want to work at Chuck E. Cheese when they're in their teenage years. Then they get to be the mascot, and then things just spiral from there. And that's not just me hypothesizing. The fucking founder, Alan Bushnell, literally said it.
You can't imagine the weird things that people do from inside of a Chuck E. Cheese costume. The other thing that you don't know is the weird things that employees do in the Chuck E. Cheese changing room closet. Locked door, small space, anyway.
So other than that, business was great. And then they got accused of recycling pizza because, you know, the pizza from Chuck E. Cheese is not that great. They're serving it to drunk parents and small children. Nobody cares what it looks like. Well, people started getting these like lopsided pizzas where it didn't even look like it was cut from the same pie. So people started thinking that they were just taking old slices that people didn't eat and throwing them all together into one like monstrosity pie and bringing it out as a new pizza, which allegedly wasn't true, but a lot of people thought it was, so that led to a downturn in business. And then COVID hit, which was obviously a disaster for Chuck E. Cheese, but they needed to find a way to stay in business, and that's exactly what they did in the sketchiest way possible. As I'm sure you can imagine if you lived through it, food delivery services were basically like born and thrived under COVID. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, all that bullshit. So Chuck E. Cheese started offering their pizza to get delivered to your house, but nobody on the planet would ever order a pizza from Chuck E. Cheese to get delivered to the house. It breaks the entire business model. It's not good pizza. Nobody wants that shit. So they're like, okay, what's the problem? Everybody knows our pizza sucks. We're just going to come up with a different name. We're going to have all these food delivery services list our restaurant as Pasquale's Pizza. You know, the animatronic pizza chef. It's Pasquale's Pizza. So people started ordering from Pasquale's Pizza. Sounds Italian, probably local, want to support local business. It's probably going to be great pizza. And then they were getting Chuck E. Cheese pizza delivered to their fucking house.
Guess who just ordered from your favorite pizza place, Alfredo?
Wait, Alfredo's Pizza Cafe? Or Pizza by Alfredo?
Same thing.
No.
All right, you know what? I don't understand when you all talk at the same time.
Is that unethical? Yes. Is that exactly the type of business move I would expect from Charles E. Cheese, the cigarette-smoking rat with a New Jersey accent that runs the local child casino? Absolutely. So they got busted for that. Since then, post-COVID, they've rebranded. They've got a horrible new logo like every other company. It's minimalist. It looks like it's off word clip art. They've also taken out all the animatronics because apparently the kids don't like animatronics anymore, okay? They've ruined...
They can blame Five Nights at Freddy's for that, honestly. Or not blame them, but like, you can argue, say like a lot of kids that play Five Nights at Freddy's, they were terrified by those animatronics. They always think that animatronics are gonna eat them, stuff them into... I'm just saying, like, it could be a possibility that Five Nights at Freddy's was a reason for that.
Chuck E. Cheese, okay? Every Chuck E. Cheese should have been turned into a national park and bought by the US government and preserved for mankind. Okay, I'm pissed. I don't give a shit if the kids don't like animatronics. Fuck them kids. Chuck E. Cheese was for me, the adult, okay? I got cheated out of it in my adulthood. Had it in my childhood, I want it in my adulthood too. Oh, fat electrician just wants to get in a fist fight at Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, absolutely, I fucking do, okay? Nothing would make me happier than knowing on my deathbed that I'm gonna pass away soon and my sons are gonna be at my funeral after putting me in the ground, drinking a beer together, reminiscing on all the memories they had with me, and one of them is gonna look at the other and go, you remember that time Dad got in a fight at Chuck E. Cheese when so-and-so tried to steal your tickets? Fuck yeah, I do. That would be awesome. That's a core memory that everybody should have. Okay, that's it. There's no point to this video. There's nothing to be learned. It's not a brilliant business model. It's just, I wanted Chuck E. Cheese to exist. I was mad that it didn't. I looked into it and realized that it was fucking crazy that it ever existed. It's literally a fever dream by some dude that had fuck you money and made a childhood rat casino, literally adolescent Las Vegas, where the parents could get drunk and get in fist fights, okay? Unpopular opinion, I think Chuck E. Cheese needs to quit trying to be a family family-friendly establishment, they need to start reopening Chuck E. Cheese's with all the animatronic robots, complete throwback to the 80s and 90s, and they need to open them up in states that have mutual combat laws, okay? Mutual combat laws are incredible. It's literally, if you bump into a guy at the bar and say, hey, do you want to take this outside? And you guys go outside and beat the hell out of each other, nobody has any legal repercussions because you were both consenting to that fight. Open up Chuck E. Cheese's in all of these states that have mutual combat laws and install an MMA ring in it as well, okay?
That's
You have
literally
fight
what I
night at
said.
adolescent Las Vegas every day of the week. It'd be incredible. Could you imagine being a kid and your dad is the local Chuck E. Cheese heavyweight champion? It'd be fucking awesome.
Write that down, write that down!
I sound like a crazy person. I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Bro, he literally said what I said. It would literally be like Chuck E. Cheese Fight Club. Or like, you don't talk about Fight Club, but like, you got my point. Like, it's crazy. I never saw Chuck E. Cheese that way. Maybe because when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, it was already changing to like the version 2 of child friendly, or like the leveled up version, which was way more restrictive. And man, I have a good mustache. Yes. Anyways, so like when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I think it was like the one that was newer. Obviously, I really wish I was born early enough to experience that. Maybe I'm glad I'm not, because I have all this technology. Who knows? But point is that that's crazy. Never saw Chuck E. Cheese that way. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.